Call to order the December 16th, 2024 City Council meeting. If you get your attention, please. And go ahead and call the roll.
Kathy Griffith. Here. Sid Porter.
Here.
Melissa Hunt.
Here.
Louis Williams.
Here.
Adam Webb.
Here.
Rob Clark. Mark Ham.
Here. Would you stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item C is the City Council would like to make a presentation for State Representative Jason Blair for his service on the Moore City Council for 15 years, I believe. So if you'll come forward, I'll meet you down here.
Oh, this one, huh?
So just Jason, on behalf of Moore City Council, those that are here and those that you served with before, and our mayor, former mayor Glenn Lewis, in your 15 years of service to the citizens of Moore, Oklahoma, we want to present you with this small token and your name plate in case you ever want to come back. And we thank you for all of your years of service to the people of the city of Moore.
Thank you, guys. Mayor, council, and this is weird being on this side of the podium. I always thought the first time I'd be here doing this, I'd be angry about something, but that'll be next time. I just want to thank you all for taking the time to recognize the 15 years that I served on this council, but honestly, this is recognizing the 15 years of incredible support that I received and that we receive on council. I've had the pleasure of serving with some incredible men and women over my 15 years, this group included, and we've been able to accomplish a lot of great things in my 15 years. But again, none of that would have been possible without having the support that we did. Had great city managers, assistant city managers, department heads, and the incredible men and women who are employed here in the city. Their willingness to serve and their willingness to help us every time we picked up the phone, that's why we're as successful as we are. That's why the last 15 years was such a joy to serve, because I knew that this council, this body, I knew that every individual that was part of the city of Moore, we had the same mission, and it was to make this city better. And so anytime we had an issue come in, we knew that we could call anybody and that we would get that taken care of. And so, again, thank you for recognizing my time here on council, but I think this is recognizing 15 years of incredible support that we've had, that I've had. And so, again, thank you all so much. I would like to say I miss coming here every other Monday night, but I can't, no. But I do miss serving with each and every one of you. And so, again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it. So, thank you.
Thanks, Jason, and to your family as well. Item number 2 is our consent docket.
Make a motion, we approve item 2, letters A through G.
Second?
We have had a motion and a second. Would you call the roll, please?
Kathy Griffith.
Yes.
Sid Porter.
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Yes, item carries. Item 3 is consider acceptance of the city's financial audit report for the fiscal year ended June 30th, 2024.
Mayor and council, the FY24 audit is complete.
So with no further ado, I'd like to introduce our independent auditor, Bob Dillon, to make a presentation for you and answer any questions you might have.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. We recently completed the audit for June 30 of 2024. Our opinion was an unmodified opinion. An unmodified opinion indicates that there are no material misstatements in the financial statements taken as a whole. We also issued a report on the internal control and governmental compliance. It was also unmodified, and we did not have any findings or question costs. The audit itself is split up into sections. I don't know if you've had a chance to go through all of it. It's fairly complex, but the sections are divided with our independent audit report. The next section is management discussion and analysis. It's much shorter than the financial statements. It's somewhat condensed, and that would probably be a good area to review so that you get an idea of the financial statements. Next are the financial statements, then the footnotes. There's supplemental information related to budgets and retirement information and combining schedules. And lastly, there's a section on statistical information, which I think you would find very interesting. It provides 10-year summaries on various areas such as population, construction, tax base of the city, total revenues and expenses for the last 10 years, and it does show a lot of growth over the years. We also completed the calculation of the city's millage rate, and your millage stood at 14.5, which is pretty close to where it's been for the last several years. Equally important is your collection ratio, which is about 100% of your property tax billings. We also look at the debt service coverage ratios. Your required crate ratio on your revenue notes is 1.25 times the average debt service. Your actual ratio is 5.6. A lot of that is sales tax that's designated towards the debt service, and excess sales tax is returned back to the general fund. Any questions related to the audit I can answer?
No, thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
So,
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks to the staff. It's always been very helpful. We couldn't do the audit with the support of everybody in the accounting department and upstairs. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Okay, we just need a motion to accept the report.
Make a motion to accept the report.
Second.
We've had a motion and a second. You can call the vote, please.
Sid Porter,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Kathy Griffith. Yes. Mark Ham.
Yes, item passes. Item 4 is consider adoption of resolution number 10224, approving and affirming an addendum to the lease purchase agreement and authorizing the execution of the same, acknowledging the assignment of interest and authorizing city officials to execute any and all necessary documents in connection with the aforementioned transaction.
Mayor and Council, this is a companion item with number 26, and essentially what this is this is the mechanism we're using to close out the credit line as it matures, and the amortization schedule, which was sent to you earlier, shows how we will use the bond proceeds in future issues to make payments on this. And as I've said before, we will have plenty of money to still fund other projects that we have going on, and this will not, making these payments will not cause our millage rate to go above 16.5 mils. Chris Gander and Terry Hawkins are here to answer any questions. Recommend approval.
Make a motion to approve?
Second.
All right, no questions. We've had a motion and a second. Would you call the vote?
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Kathy Griffith. Yes. Sid Porter,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Item carries. Item 5 is consider approval of the City of Moore Home Repair Program Manual.
Mayor and council, home repair program was developed to assist the management of blighted areas around the city. To be eligible for this program, applicants' household income cannot exceed 80% of the area median income. The property must be within Moore city limits and be owner occupied, and applicants must have lived in the home for at least a year. Funding will be a forgivable loan after 4 years. To assist as many households as possible, the maximum funding amount is $5,000. If costs exceed $5,000, in order to eliminate the hazards to safety, health, and sanitation, the project cost can be approved up to $10,000. It's estimated that 12 households will benefit from the program with this $60,000 budget that has been allocated. If you have any other questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
And these will be let to general contractors within our, maybe not within our city, but that are licensed to operate?
Yes,
within
they will be
Moore?
licensed, they will have to be licensed with us.
And all the inspections and everything those will happen just like normal?
Is it an application process? If somebody needs the help, and then you,
Yes,
Your
it'll all be
department
posted on the
chooses-
website.
okay.
Yeah.
Will that information go out in the water bill as well, or is it just going to go out on the website for people to find?
We can put it in the newsletter.
Okay.
Great.
Okay, any other questions?
Make a motion, we approve.
Second?
Motion and a second. You can call the vote, please.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Kathy Griffith.
Yes.
Sid Porter.
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Item carries. Item 6 is consider approval of an agreement with Eagle Consultants, Inc. in the amount of $1,968,000 for professional engineering services for wastewater treatment plant effluent discharge pipeline relocation project.
Mayor and council, you're well aware that the Oklahoma Turnpike Authority will be doing the east-west corridor between Newcastle and I-35, which they've currently started design and so forth. This particular, that section of the roadway, we have 2 effluent discharge lines where we send treated water from the wastewater plant just on the east side of I-35 to Canadian River, about 4.5 miles downstream. And it happens to be parallel, both of them run parallel to Indian Hills Road. So as a result of the turnpike construction, we need to relocate those lines. And while we're doing that, we plan on upgrading them also. Eagle Consultants did the design on the last section of line that was laid through that area. And so they're very familiar with the project, and it just makes sense to go ahead and have them do the design for this, and we'd recommend approval.
So how are we covering the cost of this?
The Oklahoma Turnpike Authority has indicated that they will be paying for 100% of the design.
100% of the design? What about the actual relocation?
We'll probably be bringing something forward either the next meeting or the meeting after. But discussions have been that they'll be probably covering 100% of that cost also.
All right, very good. Thank you.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay. You call the vote, please.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Kathy Griffith.
Yes.
Sid Porter.
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Item passes. Item 7 is consider approval of amendment number 2 to the agreement with Meshach and Associates in an amount of $13,400 for design revisions to the channel bottom of the Southeast 4th and Bryant Avenue Street and Drainage Improvement Project.
Mayor and council, you all are well aware of some of the problems we've had with trying to get that, the bottom of that channel in condition where the manufacturer will accept the product that we're using for the side slopes. As a result of the problems we ran into, Meshach has spent quite a bit of time working with the contractor and coordinating with the manufacturer and having to redesign a portion of that part of the project, and would recommend approval of this amendment to cover their costs.
Make a motion to approve?
Second.
We've had a motion and a second. You can call the vote, please.
Kathy Griffith.
Yes.
Sid Porter.
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Item passes. Item 8 is consider authorizing city staff to solicit proposals from qualified firms to update the Moore Land Development Code.
Mayor and council. The city council approved an update to the land development code in this year's budget. And in looking at this project, we are requesting permission to go out for RFP to update the land development code, specifically the zoning and subdivision regulations. And this would include a comparison of codes to peer cities, and making recommendations to modernize the document to include best practices, incorporate more images and diagrams and explaining certain land use actions, and to establish appropriate regulations where needed. We do have a list of things that we want to include in this, in these updates, but this is not an all-inclusive list. We do want to refine, delete, or update existing zoning districts, paying special attention to the C6 Central Business District. We want to include performance and design standards for commercial developments and land uses, and establish driveway access management standards for local collector and arterial roadways. If authorized, city staff would begin to solicit for the RFPs in January 2025, next month.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
We've had a motion and a second. You call the vote?
Sid Porter,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Kathy Griffith,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Item passes. Item 9 is consider approval of a change order totaling $6,428.84 to Silver Star Construction under the FY 24-25 Public Works Maintenance Contract for the replacement of cracked concrete walking trail panels and installation of ADA compliant bench locations at Veterans Memorial Park due to an increase in labor and construction costs.
Mayor and council, this change order for work at Veterans Park is necessary because the quantities exceeded the original estimate. Recommend approval.
Make a motion to approve.
Second?
Okay, motion and a second. You can call the vote.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Kathy Griffith,
Yes.
Sid Porter,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes, item carries. Item 15, or 10, consider approval for parking lot enhancement of the Northwest Buck Thomas parking lot and Kiwanis parking lot in the estimated amount of $958,899.80, utilizing Silver Star Construction under FY 24-25 Public Works Maintenance Contract.
Mayor and council, these parking lot projects are a joint effort between Silver Star Construction and the county. The projects were reviewed but not included in the current budget due to the upcoming quarter-cent sales tax renewal in November. Following the approval of the quarter-cent sales tax renewal, I propose moving forward with these projects, and a budgeted amendment will be presented at a later date. Therefore, I recommend approval.
So at Buck Thomas, the northwest, that's the softball parking lot?
Softball parking lot,
Any down the side
And
roads
the-
or anything, or?
it's including all that hasn't been done. There, we can get a map for you, but there are several lots that are going to be, the football, north football will be
Okay.
included in that.
All right,
And there's several little sections that are going to be included.
okay. All right, so, but we're taking care of everything that hadn't already been
Yes.
touched? Okay,
Yes.
very good, thank you.
A lot of people looking forward to that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Lots of parents are.
If you haven't parked in that softball parking lot, you need a big four-wheel drive, so.
Okay, if no more questions, just a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And I'm glad to hear that this is a cooperative effort with the city and the county. That's great.
Yes.
We've had a motion and a second. You call the vote?
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Kathy Griffith,
Yes.
Sid Porter.
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes, item carries. Item 11, consider approval of a sports association agreement for the 2025 Moore Table Tennis Program at the Moore Community Center.
Mayor and council, items 11 through 15 are similar in nature. The communication between the Parks and Recreation Department and the sports associations was much better in 2024. Each of the associations are now in compliance with all of the facility, program, and financial reporting requirements. The sports associations made presentations to the Parks Board, after which each agreement was discussed and approved. The contracts have been changed to run from January 1st through December 31st of 2025. If approved by the council, the Parks and Recreation Department will have a follow-up meeting with each of the sports associations to discuss implementation of the contracts for 2025. Recommend approval.
Sue, are the presidents of each association the same people? Was there any change in
Yes.
leadership? It's the same
The
people?
same people as 2024.
Okay, thank you.
Make a motion, we approve item 11.
Second?
Would you call the vote, please?
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Kathy Griffith,
Yes.
Sid Porter,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes, item's approved.
So just one question on 12. Did the baseball go better this year?
I'm sorry, what?
The interaction with the baseball league went better this year?
It was so much better.
Okay.
Very much better, and it's a new board.
Yeah.
And they are staying
Okay.
and continuing on to 2025.
Okay. Make a motion, we approve.
Well, let me
item-
read it.
Did
Item,
you read it?
item 12 is consider approval of a sports
Sorry.
association
I was
agreement.
all over this one.
That's
so-
all right, for the 2025 Moore Youth Baseball Program held at Buck Thomas Park. We've had our question answered. Motion
Sorry.
in a second.
Thank you for your work on that, Sue.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Make a
I
motion.
think you all know this, it's one of the most important things that we do for Parks and Recreation is work with these sports associations.
Yeah.
They provide an immense amount of revenue and communication with parents and coaches, referees. It's
Lot to
huge.
manage, yeah.
It's huge.
There's a lot of people that go through that park system, through all of the parks and the
It's good to see.
community center and all that stuff. So
Hundreds of
it's-
thousands.
It's a big deal. So make a motion to approve item 12.
Second.
We've had a motion and a second. You can call a vote.
Kathy Griffith,
Yes.
Sid Porter,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Item is approved. Item 13 is consider approval of a sports association agreement for the 2025 Moore Youth Soccer Program held at Buck Thomas Park and the Quail Ridge Park.
Make a motion to approve?
Second.
We've had a motion and a second. You can call a vote.
Sid Porter,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Kathy Griffith,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes, item carries. Item 14 is consider approval of a sports association agreement for the 2025 Moore Youth Girls Softball Program held at Buck Thomas Park.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
I've had the motion and a second. You can call a vote.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Kathy Griffith,
Yes.
Sid Porter,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. And item 15 is consider approval of a sports association agreement for the 2025 Moore Football Program held at the Buck Thomas Park.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
You can call the vote, please.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb,
No.
Yes.
Kathy Griffith,
Yes.
Sid Porter,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Item carries. Thanks.
Thank you.
Working through all those.
Thanks, Sue.
Item 16 is consider approval of the change to Voya, VOYA Financial, as the provider for the city's retirement plan as presented at the September 16th, 2024 City Council meeting.
And Voya is correct.
Okay, great.
Mayor and Council, on September 16th, 2024, Steve Conkin of Conkin Financial Group, our retirement advisor, presented a proposal to change the city's retirement plan provider for our 457B and 401A plans from Empower, which used to be Mass Mutual, to Voya Financial. In 2023, Mr. Conkin went out and looked for some new providers because we, the city, were very dissatisfied with Empower's customer service for both employees and for plan sponsors. So 5 plans put in their bids, and 2 finalists, Voya and Nationwide, were invited to present to us in November of 2023. While both providers offered better pricing than Empower, Voya was selected for its focus on delivering a superior participant experience and better outcomes. We believe that switching to Voya is expected to save participants over $9,000 annually across the 401A and the 457B plans at current asset levels, just if nobody added any more in. Voya will provide record-keeping services, including enrollment, a participant website, which is awesome, customer service, payroll contribution processing, a plan sponsor website, daily evaluation of employee accounts, participant statements, and tax reporting. I'd be happy to answer any questions, and Mr. Conkin is here as well.
Any questions? Oh,
Make a motion to approve?
Second.
we've had a motion and a second. You call the order, or call the roll?
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Kathy Griffith.
Yes.
Sid Porter.
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Item is approved. Item 17 is consider approval of an agreement for administrative services by Pension Solutions for the Voya Financial Retirement Plan.
Mayor and Council, this is somewhat of a companion item to item 16. During Mr. Conkin's proposal on September 16th of 2024, he advised that contracting with Pension Solutions, Inc., which I'm going to call PSI, to be our third-party administrator for both the 457B and the 401A plans when we move to Voya Financial. In November of 2023, PSI presented its services to us, and those include reviewing plan provisions, which is a wonderful deal because now I don't have to do it, conducting compliance testing and reviews, preparing plan documents, assisting with the transition from Empower to Voya, supporting employee eligibility for vesting and contributions, and facilitating plan benefit payments such as loans and withdrawals back to employees. Currently, Empower handles these services, but they do prioritize their interests over the plan's interest. Engaging a separate TPA will streamline plan operations for the city and ensure participants maximize their benefits. Again, I'd be happy to answer any questions, and Mr. Conkin is still here.
Okay, any questions?
I make a motion we approve.
Second?
All right, would you call the vote, please?
Kathy Griffith.
Yes.
Sid Porter.
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Item carries. Thank you. Item 18, consider approval of a group annuity contract with Standard Insurance Company allowing the city's deferred compensation plan 401A to recoup the exit charges levied by Empower due to a transfer of plan to the Voya Financial without financial loss to the plan.
Mayor and council, we would appreciate tabling this item and bring it back at the next council meeting.
I'll make a motion to table item 18.
Second.
Okay, we have had a motion to table item 18. Would you call the vote, please?
Sid Porter.
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Kathy Griffith.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Item's tabled. Moving on to item 19, is consider appointing Kathy Griffith, Melissa Hunt, and Sid Porter to the Mayor's Committee to study community identity. And this is something that I put together and asked for Brooks to put this on the agenda. And it's just my desire that we as a community don't get lost in the Metroplex. It's a big place, and it's easy for us all just to become one. And I want more to always keep its own unique identity and its own place. I've asked those that were listed here, and they agreed to serve on this, and gave them some guidelines, not a list of things to do, but just a scope of what I would like for them to look at, and then encourage them to reach out to the rest of the council as well as other members in our community. I believe Brooks is going to appoint somebody from the city staff to sit on this with them to help go through this process. But I'm excited what it is that they might come up with and be able to present back to us to help keep more unique in this great big Metroplex. So I would appreciate y'all's support on this.
Yeah, I think that's awesome and a great group of people to take it on. So make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, we've had a motion and a second. Would you call the vote?
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Kathy Griffith.
Yes.
Sid Porter.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes, item passes. At this time, we'll recess the city council meeting and convene the Moore Public Works Authority meeting. Item 20 is the consent docket. We do need to look at item D. I'll go ahead and read it. It's ratify action of the city council regarding a group annuity contract with Standard Insurance Company, allowing the city's deferred compensation plan 401A to recoup the exit charges levied by Empowered due to the transfer of the plan to Voya Financial without financial loss to the plan.
Table it.
Yes,
Yeah,
we need.
Yeah, Mayor and Council, this is a companion item to item 18 that was just tabled, so we request that this item be tabled also until the next meeting.
I'll make a motion that we table item D out of the consent docket.
Second?
Okay, we've had the motion and the second to table item D. Would you call the vote?
Kathy Griffith,
Yes.
Sid Porter,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes, item D is tabled. And now we'll look at the remaining of the consent docket.
I'll make a motion that we approve consent docket items A through C and item E.
Second.
Okay, we've had a motion and a second. Would you call the vote?
Sid Porter,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Kathy Griffith,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes, item carries. Item 21 is consider approval of excess public officials and employment practices liability policy with Richmond National Insurance Company in the amount of $47,597.19 with Glenn Harris and Associates as agent.
Mayor and Council, this is the renewal of our excess public officials and employment practices liability policy. Our agent has shopped the market and has obtained actually a premium that is less than what we paid last year for the same level of coverage. It's going to be about a $2,000 decrease. So I think last year was $49,000. This year is $47,597.19. Mr. Finch is our agent. He is here to answer any questions, but we recommend approval.
Make a motion to approve?
Second.
Second?
Okay, I've had a motion and a second. Call the vote.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Kathy Griffith,
Yes.
Sid Porter,
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes, item carries. Always glad to see us save a little bit of money, tax dollars. That's great. Item 22 is consider approval of the property and contents insurance policy through OMAG and excess property and contents insurance policy with $45 million of coverage through Peachtree Insurance, excess flood insurance policy, option 3, with $500,000 sub-limit per building for coverage through Voyager Indemnity Insurance Company, cyber liability insurance through underwriters at Lloyd's, and physical damage coverage for the city sanitation trucks, fire trucks, and mobile command unit through RLI, and a total premium for the coverage in the amount of $970,251.57 with Russell Hollingsworth of Dillingham Insurance as agent.
Mayor and Council, this is the renewal of our property insurance, and what I mean by that is actually 5 different policies, as we've just read. I'm going to start off with the cyber insurance policy. That is going to be the same level of coverage, same premium. There's no change at all to that. So I'd recommend approval on the cyber insurance. The equipment floater policy, which is the physical damage coverage for our sanitation trucks, the premium on that one is actually $198,000, which is a 7% increase than what it was last year. That's kind of twofold. We've had some new vehicles in the sanitation department, a lot of new vehicles, and there's also one claim with one of our fire trucks, which is the result of the 7% increase, which I don't think is really that bad. I believe last year was like 180-something thousand, and now it is 198. Which leaves the property insurance, our excess property, and our excess flood. I'm going to go to the property insurance next. Our total property that we have, the city owned, is $237 million, which has actually gone up $30 million from the last year with the new statement of values that we have. Our property insurance covers $100 million of that. And the premium for that is $523,000, which is about a 12% increase. Because there is a gap between the $100 million of our property insurance and our total property that we own, recommend an excess property policy covering another $45 million. That is a $105,000 premium, which is a 14% increase from what it was last year. I believe that a combination of the property insurance of $100 million and the $45 million of excess gives us adequate protection and coverage with our property that we own. Our excess flood, our agent gave us 3 different options on that. I'm recommending option 3, which is the $500,000 sum limit per building. Our excess flood is the library, the community center, and the water treatment plant. And each building at the water treatment is an individual building. So each one of those is going to have that $500,000 sublimit. And this is our excess flood, so it's already going to be covered already under our regular property insurance. The premium on that one is $43,645. The total of all of the premiums combined, all five, is $970,251.57. But I'd also like to add that because we had no claims last year in regards to property, we are expecting, I believe, around a $40,000 or $45,000 rebate from our premium. We usually get that around February or March, which is always a good thing. Russell Hollingsworth of Dillingham Insurance is here. If you have any specific questions, he can answer any questions much better than I can. He's very knowledgeable.
Just one question, is $500,000 on the library enough? Considering
that is our
it's full of
excess.
stuff?
Yeah, that is excess. So it's also 1 million is our
Okay.
underlying.
All right,
yes.
very good, thank you.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Had a motion and a second. You can call the vote, please.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Kathy Griffith.
Yes.
Sid Porter.
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes, item carries. At this time, we'll recess the Moore Public Works Authority meeting and convene the Moore Risk Management meeting. Item 23 is the consent docket.
Make a motion, we approve items 23A and B.
Second?
Would you call the vote, please?
Kathy Griffith.
Yes.
Sid Porter.
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes. Item carries. At this time, we'll recess the Moore Risk Management meeting and convene the Moore Economic Development Authority meeting.
Will you call the roll?
Sid Porter.
Here.
Melissa Hunt.
Here.
Mark Ham.
Here?
Louis Williams.
Here.
Adam Webb.
Here.
Rob Clark. Kathy Griffith.
Here. Item 25 is the consent docket.
Make a motion.
To approve
Go.
the consent docket, item A.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Will you call for the vote?
Sid Porter.
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Kathy Griffith.
Yes. Item carries. Number 26, consider adoption of resolution number 2924, approving an addendum to the lease purchase agreement between the authority and the city of Moore, Oklahoma, acknowledging assignment of interest, authorizing and directing the execution of the documents relating to the transaction, and containing other provisions relating thereto.
This is the companion item to number 4. Recommend approval.
Make a motion, we approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Will you call for the vote?
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Sid Porter.
Yes.
Kathy Griffith.
Yes, item carries. Recess the Moore Economic Development Authority meeting, and we'll reconvene the city council meeting.
Okay, let the record reflect that all are present, still are. Item 27 is new business. Citizens Forum, is there anybody here that would like to speak? Nobody signed up? Item B is items from the city council trustees.
Just like to say thank you to the city for all the road work that was done in East Hills. I even had a resident come knock on my door and say thank you, so it was very appreciated.
I wanted to say kudos to everyone for last Friday out at the Christmas tree lighting, and what a great job, and all the employees did a lot of hard work, and it was well attended. And also, I know that the mayor's committee of thinking things for the future and stuff like that, because I'm one of these people that's been here over 40 years and everything, and I think Moore, Oklahoma is a leader in the nation in a lot of stuff. And I know working in the metro area and everything, people look at Moore and like to decide on things they want to do for their community. So I think a lot of this is staying up on top of things, and you know, we've always been known as Moore Strong. I mean, unfortunately, tornadoes and incidents and things that have happened in the community, but instead of hitting together and fighting with each other, we all come together. But that's how this town is. That's how this community is. And I'm blessed to live here and be part of that, and can't wait for the, you know, because we got a great city manager and department heads and all employees all working together on this stuff. And so it's neat to get everyone's input. And the last thing I'll be quiet is I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year in 2025. And thank you all for all of what you do.
Thank you.
Thank you. I just have a couple of quick things. Yesterday, or Saturday, I got to attend the Shop with the Cop program. It's the 14th year that the Moore Police Department has done that, and it was a wonderful event to see all of the kids and the families there getting breakfast from Chick-fil-A and getting to spend time with some police officers. And if you've never been around 40 police cars with their sirens going at one time, that is an experience. And if you have been, well, I would like to visit with you. Also, on the 10th of December, I was able to attend the Moore Public Schools Foundation. They did their groundbreaking for the Building Bridges program, which is a wonderful program. And if you want to know more about that, you can look that up at Moore Public Schools Foundation and read all about it. I do know that the Moore Fire Department does their Santa Express, and I was talking to the chief this afternoon about it. He said that started back in the early 80s with one of their firefighters, and it's continued till up to today. And they have been able to help over 400 families with Christmas presents, bicycles, all kinds of things. And they're over at Station 1, the bay was just filled. And actually, parents were coming over, collecting those things. And what's cool about that is the parents get to put those under the tree or wrap them themselves. So it's gifts from parents or Santa Claus, and that's the best way. That was good. Also, 19th in telephone, I did get a call. So just remember that when the light is red, you stop.
Yeah.
If the light is yellow, you probably should go ahead and stop. And we do have signs at the intersections that say, don't block the intersection. So I know it's incredibly crowded, but please be patient with that. And 27th and Eastern, over a week, a couple more weeks maybe, they're finishing up the last part of a project over there on 27th Street, which has been greatly needed, and that's also a project that one of the District 2 worked with us. And then finally, the Old Town Christmas Parade, John Ireland and all of the Old Town Association and businesses. That was a great night as well. You know, I had a float and spent about $250 of candy and went through it in like 8 minutes. So lots of candy was distributed that night. So just all of these great things are happening in our city. And if you spend much time on social media, you would think just the opposite, not just about our city, but the whole world. And there are a lot of good people in this world. And it is true, what it says in John chapter 1, that the darkness does not win, that the light does come through, the light does shine. So I appreciate everything that all of our city departments and business community and everybody else is doing to be a light in a dark world and just bring some good happy times through Christmas as well as throughout all of the year in our great city of Moore, Oklahoma. So thank you very much for everything that everybody is doing. And then item C is our city manager, trust manager.
I also would like to congratulate the Parks Department on a successful Christmas Spectacular and Breakfast with Santa event, and would also like to thank the police and fire departments for their support during all of the events during that weekend.
Wonderful. And item 28 is adjournment.
So move.
Second.
Would you call the vote, please?
Kathy Griffin,
Yes.
Sid Porter,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Martin Ham.
Yes. We're adjourned. Thank you. Hey, Sue, can you come here real quick?